Good morning, YouTube. So today is Tuesday, 2nd of November, and I just want to quickly take you through what I look for in what I call a slot for flying in. So, if you can see here, we have a special briefing service by the Met Office, and as you can see, there are plenty of ballooning locations to choose from. Our particular area that we're going to be flying from today is Wisbeach, which is just here. So if I click on Wisbeach here, and then you get some details, I will go to details out of the map because you get a more thorough forecast. So as you can see, like winds across the region, generally westerly, southwesterly, but variable in places, largely dry with a few isolated shower pushing in from the west, mainly from 2 o'clock this afternoon. But that's actually 1 o'clock because UTC take away an hour, and drying out by sunset. Very good visibilities with scattered to broken cumulus and stratocumulus bases 3,000 to 3,500 foot. Now that's a good indication of how stable it can be up there. But what we're actually looking for is what we call the hourly forecast. And this will actually give you the wind speeds that are going to be on the ground. Now, although it may look great out there, as you can see, there's not much of a breeze. No clouds at all in the sky, which is good. But sometimes it might not be safe to fly. For instance, it can be very calm on the ground, but it can be sometimes 20 mile an hour up the top. Now, this actually gives you the readings of what to expect. So from midday today, 5 mile an hour to 11 mile an hour gusts, 4 to 9 again gusts, and the sustained speed. But look at that, there are no gusts after 2 o'clock this afternoon, so it is perfect for flying on the ground. However, at 500 foot it can be different, but as you can see through this, there are no main worries. There are some thermals about today, but by the time that we're in the air they should have dissipated. I'm hoping to fly around 2:30 to 2:30 today because sunset is around 4 o'clock and I want to be down with plenty of daylight. So we shall see how I get on with that. Catch you in a bit. Right, so I'm here on the launch field. It is now 2:30 and there's blue sky all around except for over that way. Now that to me looks like building cumulonimbus. I can't really tell if it's I don't think it's powerful enough, but that wasn't on the forecast. But there is definitely evidence of a anvil cloud there, and that's another weather phenomenon that we want to steer clear of. But apart from that, we're all good. But believe it or not, those two can actually influence the weather, even though it's about 20 miles away. Now, you never want to go flying in a thunderstorm. There isn't any, I can't tell if there's any thunderstorms forecast today, as you saw on the forecast yourselves. There was no mention of building cumulonimbus, but it says it will die out by late afternoon. So, and it's now 2:30 and I've got to get on with rigging the balloon up by myself, believe it or not, because Gary is probably on his way back now from Boston, and my driver won't be here until 3:15, so I've got to put the whole balloon together myself. So let's see how I get on. Right, so everything's now out of the trailer, and yeah, only took about 8 minutes, so just going to do a burner check now, which I'll talk you through just now. Right, so all rigged up, all the gas pipes are linked, as you can see, and I'm just going to do a burner check here. This is where we check to make sure that there's nothing wrong with the pipes and that there's no gas leaks before we fly. So what I do is I'm just going to turn the pipe light feed on, give it a real good sniff, go up the pipe, make sure there's no fractures or any dents, nothing wrong with the burner, and we're lit. So just to make sure that that works fine. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open the valve of this tank here and give this pipe a good sniff as well. So here we go. Hopefully you heard that noise. That was the propane shooting into the pipe. And there are no fractures. Check to make sure there's no fractures, no leaking on the burner. So once again, I'm going to quickly put the burner on, or rather the pipe light on, sorry. Turn that on and we're lit. And I'm literally just going to put a puff of gas through here, and there's a dial here, a pressure gauge here that I need to look at. So burning. So yeah, that's just in the green. Turn that off and then you burn out. Hopefully you saw that. And then I've turned that one off there just to make sure. And then I'm going to do the same on this side. Make sure there's no leaks, no fractures in the pipe. Nope, we're all good. So once again, I'm going to turn the pipe light on. I'm going to turn this one in, and I'm going to pull this one. So burning. And burning out. So yeah, that's a burner check. And we do that to make sure that there's no damage to the pipes from the last flight, and that there's no leaks in the pipes. And just a quick update on those two building cumulonimbus. It's definitely starting to fall, and they don't look as though they're any threat now. So we're good to fly. So now that I've conducted a burner check, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab these two cables here, and they're attached to this carabiner here. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this carabiner, these two cables, through beside the lug there, and then we're going to connect the two up with the carabiner. I'll show you the video when it's done. Okay, so I've just done the carabiners, and as you can see, the two cables that link the whole basket, those cables go down past this pipe and up the other side. On this side here, as you can see, it comes up through the lever and up to this side here. They actually go, yeah. So as you can see, the whole basket is kept together in this manner. So, one of the last things to do after you've done your pilot checks, or basket checks should I say, is to attach the actual balloon to the car, and I shall do that just now. So we've got what we call a towing eye, and that connects to, of course it varies from different cars. So this carabiner then clips onto it like that. Do the gate up, and then what happens is this rope will then go up here and attach to the quick release, which I shall put on just in a moment. So this is one of the only aircraft that needs to be attached to a car to actually get airborne. I can't think of the others off the top of my head, but there are a few, there are some. As you can see, this clips onto that ring there. Again, do the gate up. And there you have it. There's the quick release. This rope then goes into this mechanism here, and then this pin goes through like that, and that is now deployed and ready to go. So now the next thing to do is to flip the basket down on its side. Wish me luck, I'm doing this on my own. Right, time is now 3 o'clock, and I'm just about to finish connecting the last carabiner and cables, as you can see there, to the basket. This carabiner will go on that ring there, so just bear with me. So again, there's the twisting of the gate to make sure that it's shut, because then this carabiner can't, if I twist that and show you, it can't do that whilst in flight. Very important to check your carabiners and also your cables. So let's first of all, before I do anything else, attach the rip line. So every pilot has to do this before they fly. And it helps if you know how to untangle the last person who flew this balloon, which was David Tofton. Ah, there we go. My apologies, David. Right, so the end of this rope, as you can see, will go on this ring here. And that's just in case the wing gets up and I can quickly pull the balloon out, but don't forget that the balloon is still attached, so there should be no possibility of the balloon running away. Well, God knows how, but I managed to get the balloon rigged up and ready. Took just about 20 minutes, but that's not bad going for someone who's on their own. So just doing my pilot checks, making sure there's no snags in that pulley. As you can see, it's nicely freely moving. Check the Tempe label. Yeah, that's all fine. Hasn't even registered, it looks like, at the moment. Oh, hang on. Nope, don't think it's even registered. And the Tempe flag's there. So, yeah. This is probably going to be Shad's last flight of the year, and then I'll put her away for the winter so that she doesn't get all horrible and muddy. Right, let's go!